Good morning, good morning, good morning. Hey, how we all doing? It is Remie Longbrake here. Yes, it is a beautiful, beautiful Monday morning here in Ohio. Not sure where you're from, but it's gorgeous here. So good morning to you, or good afternoon, by all means. So, tell you what, I am feeling good. So it's a wonderful weekend. And today, I tell you what, it's gonna be a good one here, and you may already be there. I hope you're not. But today we're covering five stress-free ways to relieve stress. So I know Monday morning is the perfect time for it, although perhaps I could have done this last night, so maybe I'll get a little flack. So if you're already there, I do apologize, just saying. But yes, I'm excited. I don't know if you can tell, man. Had a few days off, so I know y'all have probably missed me. So it's been a lot of fun, festivities, planning. So just doing what I do, good conversations. So it's hopefully had the same. So hopefully had your cookouts over the 4th of July. Saw some fireworks, I hope. So and just had a lot of good conversations and cookouts, whatever y'all do. So, hey Scotty. How are you, bud? Thank you for watching. So hope you're doing great. So today we're talking about some stress-free ways to relieve that stress. So I know we can all use this. So I know I can. But yeah, so you let me know what's going on in your life. So let me know if you have stress in yours. So we can talk about that way, and obviously take these tips here, and hopefully they'll work for you. But also share your weekend with me. So if you are, whether it's good or bad, I mean, I've had some good conversations and just help just people focus, and that conversation just lead to good places. So you never know till you start. So that's where it's at. I'm gonna get right into it here. So I know it's kind of a big one today. So I'm not gonna try to chit chat too much. I know you're all busy and you're probably stressing just watching this. Hopefully not though. So at least hang in there till the end. So it'll be worth it. So, but yeah, I mean, essentially I know for me, like probably the most stressful time is, of the entire week is like right now. Like, because it's go time, basically you're getting back in that morning rhythm, the morning routine. You're like, like, what am I doing, right? And that's why, if you watch some of my other videos, and some of my posts, I'm a big planner, and I didn't always used to be that way. I used to be just, see my pants, say, hey, I guess I'll just go do that. So unless the boss said, hey, I need you here, I was there. But other than that, I was like, whatever happens, happens. But anymore, I'm a planner. I plan things out. Even last night, I know it's extra time, but that helps relieve the stress. And this is partially one of the tips. I'm leading into it too fast, but essentially just, on a Monday morning, there's so much going on and so much we want to do. It's easier to kind of take Sunday evening anyway and just say, hey, this is my week ahead, and here it is, and come Monday morning, say, this is what I'll get done. This is what I have to do Tuesday, Wednesday, so forth. So that part really does help. So if you aren't already doing that, by all means, go ahead and work on that. So, and of course, you need any tips, just get with me. So I'm happy to help you. But essentially, it's, I think a lot of people stress so much is because they're not necessarily satisfied. I mean, for one, it's not a big guess, whether it's, their jobs. I mean, I would say a lot of people, they get into a job, maybe that's not you, but you get to a position, and initially the first, I've had conversations like the first week was great, but the last 6 years, not so much, and they just get in that routine, but they also feel like kind of stuck, like, because they got family, they got bills they got to pay, and they don't like change. I mean, really, none of us like change. I mean, I'm one of them. I don't like change. So, but it's forcing yourself to do good things. That way you can grow, and you're not not unhappy, and you're not stressed. So, I mean, that's the thing. So it's just leading those good habits more than anything. So so that's what we want to do. Hey, good morning, Leah. So thanks for watching. So happy morning to you. So glad you're here. So it's a good one. But essentially, I was reading an article. It's thank you. They said up to 70%. So I don't remember exactly the source. So don't quote me, but I believe it. Said 70% of the people out there are living with stress every day. So every day. So, and obviously the big one is going to the job. Obviously that's big. Or it's their weight, their health. They got family stuff going on. Parents or their own immediate family with kids, their wife. So I mean, there's a lot of stress, and it's important to deal with that in a healthy way. I want to say it is easy. I'd say it's simple, but it's not easy because it does take time. It does take practice. But with that practice, good things will come. So that's essentially, hopefully why you're here. With that, I mean, it affects our mood, and not only our mood, but it affects others as well. So you got to really be careful of your intentions. I have a family that are just kind of just stress about everything. I mean, literally everything. It could be big. I mean, small, anything. It's and a lot of times it's just a huge blow up. And if you're watching, I'm sorry. Well, not really. So, but yeah, and it's just it brings stress and to me, to the people around. You're like, what the heck is going on? So it's important. I'm not saying keep it bottled in, but try to deal with that in a positive manner. So, and I mean that affects your health. I mean high blood pressure. It goes into anxiety, which anxiety if goes on long enough can lead to depression. So I mean there's big health risk involved, just by the stress alone. So it's really important to deal with this, in a healthy manner. And like I said, it just affects your energy, and you're putting negative energy out in the universe, and it does affect others. So that's that. So but as far as like the tips to relieve, the big ones for me, if you're not doing already, is exercise. So I mean that's probably the biggest one. Hopefully that's something you're doing already. But I love, it comes easy to me, and it may not everybody. I'm not saying, but it's important. The health benefits are there. I mean you can't argue with that. That we all need to at least spend a little time each day to just get out and and exercise. If it's raining outside, that's fine. Try to do something inside. I mean, it could be something as light as yoga. And I know some guys out there and some women are like, yoga, but seriously, I mean, just do something, it's physical. If you want to walk up your stairs, back and forth, I mean, do that. So I mean, like I said, I got this little smartwatch. I don't know if you can see it. It tracks steps. It tracks the stairs. And I use that to build momentum. I can actually, it's a Garmin. I don't remember which model. If you're interested, I can probably get it to you though, because it's not on here. But you can actually compete with other people in here, and it's probably not the only one that does that. But you can actually chat through the phone and build relationships, build friendships, and keep each other accountable. So I mean, I love it. I do. But it's not only that. It's just simple stuff. I mean, you don't have to go spend money on a watch necessarily. Just go take a walk outside in the evenings. Bring your family along. Go to the gym. I mean, I love the gym. Love lifting the weights, and not so much cardio because I'll run and do that stuff outside. But just matter of anything, just do all you can, to get out there and build a healthy lifestyle. So essentially, and that exercise does help relieve the stress. The best part, is getting out of the gym and saying, yeah, I want to conquer the world today. So, and it does. It pumps you up. It gives that positive vibe, that positive vibration, and that really, just like your negative affects, the outside world, so does the positive. So it goes both ways. So definitely take advantage of that. Number 2, I would say, is reduce the caffeine. So I've been guilty of this big time. It's this coffee, and before I know it, I'm at like 6 cups, 7 cups. So it's a lot of coffee. Plus I like energy drinks, which the ones I have are more healthy, I guess. I mean, not a lot of sugar, but still there's caffeine in it. And before you know, it's like this. And a lot of times I get talking too fast, and I'm like, it's like slow it down. But it's not just that. It's the caffeine. Basically, it's not good either, and it's also green tea. I love green tea, and that's good for you, but there's caffeine in a lot of that too. So just be careful what your intake is. I know there's a point where I get the jitters. I found that was my limit, is by my body just telling me to say, hey, you need to slow it down there, buddy. So, but anymore, I try to keep it down to like 2 cups, and if you can do that, you're doing good. And I know there's studies out there and they'll say, you gotta drink no cups. Coffee's bad, then coffee's good. So just do what works for you. So that's the advice I can give you. Number 3, which is a big one as well, it's meditation. So I spend time, morning and evening. I just get in a relaxive state. And try to get in a quiet spot too. If you have to, get up before others. The rest of the people in your family before they start moving around and whatnot, or get them involved. Ideally, if you can get them to sit down for 5 or 10 minutes at most. That's really most. Just to kind of calm yourself, collect your thoughts, and show gratitude, to what you have in the world and the world around you. So it's powerful. It really is. I used to think it was kind of silly too. But I've pretty much come full circle, and I'm glad. So it's, at night I'll reflect, how the day has been necessarily, and in the morning I'll reflect not so much reflect, but I'll look at that day ahead, and I'll say, hey, these are the big tasks I have for that day, and I'll just kind of think about that. I'll put myself in that moment even. And sometimes it is loud. I'll put, headphones on, and I'll use the phone, and I'll just put, subtle type music. I use that Calm app, calm.com, CALM. It's on there. So if you can't find it, let me know. Hey Stephanie, good morning. Thank you for watching. Yeah, so it's just basically doing that meditative state. And actually, I got a whole series in my Facebook group. I know I've been talking about it for a while, but if you're not on it yet, hit me up. It's free, and I think it's a good resource. You can collaborate and just listen to what I have, and I actually go through the meditative process more than what I'm doing now. Because it's kind of specific. So by all means, take advantage of that. Number 4 is being intimate, or being friendly at least. And it's, there's different ways to do that, and I know what you're saying. So yeah, that relieves stress for sure. And it does, sex by all means, it's absolute. But it's not just that. It's hugs, it's kisses, it's just being friendly and warm with people. That's a huge stress reliever. It's at meetings, it's high fives, and there's that good energy. And there's not just the physical realm. There's also emotional. There's spiritual, which is big for me. I'll take the time to reflect that. Intellectual. There's been times where I've been in these moments, and you need that stimulation. And I've been, in relationships that weren't necessarily, they were good physical, but they weren't necessarily the best, like on the emotional type state or intellectual, because it's I'm a deep thinker, and if it's really important to kind of collaborate and share ideas, at least for me, and that really helps bond, and hopefully your relationships cover all those aspects as well. But it's really important, and it don't have to be like with your loved ones, like your wife, girlfriend, boyfriend. Don't get yourself in trouble with your coworkers, and start hugging everybody. Say, Remie says I have to hug everyone today, so get your ass over here. I didn't say that, so all right. So that's the disclaimer of the day. But yeah, just be friendly, be warm, be open with people, and show that positive energy. That's really important. Just open up and have a small conversation. At least for me, it definitely helps relieve stress in my day, because I feel better about myself, when that happens, and the other person, I'm sure, feels better too. And I say, hey, Remie took the time, to ask me about, how my weekend was, how my day was, what's going on with your life, and I'm not saying you have to spend, an hour conversation, which I have no problem doing that, especially with you all, but even, just as a friendship, it is important, just to share that, and just share life, because I think we're all so busy necessarily. It's, even with the internet, you got 600 Facebook friends and you talk with 3 of them, right? So if that's your challenge, if I can give you a challenge, reach out to some of those other people, which you may or may not know them. Hopefully you do, but you just say, hey, what's going on with your life? What's new? So I guarantee that's going to be very powerful for them, and also powerful for you. So try it out. So that's my plan for you this week. Also, number 5, I know I'm running kind of long, so I'll wrap this up here for you, is to learn to say no. So this is a huge one. They're all big, but this one's big as well because I'm a people pleaser. Essentially, and I know, a lot of you are as well, and it's hard to say no and say, sure, yeah, why not? Let's bring it on, yeah. And then internally you're like, what did I just get into? You're like, So, I got this, and this. How am I going to fit this in? That can just be, your friends. It would be, church stuff, especially work stuff. That's probably the biggest thing is, hey, dump on your lap. Here's extra work for you today. And you're like, okay. And you're like, thanks. And that builds stress. And maybe for the other person that eliminates their stress because they're giving their stress to you. So, but it's important to have conversations and not let that build up forever. There needs to be a pattern saying, hey, I understand we're busy. I'm happy to do this. If this is a work thing, for instance, say, I'm happy to do this, but realistically, I have X, and X to do, and just so I don't have this conversation and say, why I'm behind and you upset. So here's where I'm at. And realistically, what you're giving me now is probably going to take, another 3 to 4 days or whatever that is. And just say, unless you would like me to prioritize the other things in this task, I just want to let you know, just so we're upfront and frank with each other, this is the expected time frame. And then, the other person will understand that, for one, which is good. And, if they don't understand, then, I don't tell them, but you're doing all you can to help relieve your stress and at least put them in a position where they're not stressing later. You're being realistic. And if it gets to a point where, the expectations are unrealistic, then you probably need to have a conversation with your manager, your boss, whoever is in that, and say, hey, this is kind of getting out of hand. What can we do to nip this in the bud? And I find if you set realistic expectations and then deliver sooner than what you say, that makes you more valuable. So it really does, whether that's, as an employee or even as a good friend. So that's one thing I'm not perfect. Nobody is perfect, but that's one thing I've really tried to build upon and do better in, especially is just to learn to say no, or say, yes, I can, but here's the expectations, just so we're clear. So hopefully that's valuable for you. So that's really it. So that's all I have for you today. Hopefully it's been powerful, and hopefully you'll take these and use these steps in your daily life to help relieve the stress. So don't let it build up. That's the thing. So that's really it. By all means, I know I said this already, but shoot me a text or whatever on here, message, and I'll give you access to my Facebook group. So good stuff is going on in there. Also have a free PDF document. It's powerful. 8 Steps to Success and Abundance. I love it put together. So I think it's a very powerful document. So and it's yours. It's free. And also, with you and we'd have a conversation. Let's see what's going on in your life. So see what we can do and build that momentum and help relieve the stress in your life. So that's it. I thank you for watching. Have a terrific Monday. Have a terrific week. And thank you for watching so much. Take care. All right, bye now.